Hello, I'm Tilly and welcome to my kitchen. Now this is a video I have been so looking forward to doing because it's the final part of the £5 Friday. Now this week is where, I'm going like this because it's all here on the island in front of me. Now this is where I show you everything that I've bought over the last 24 weeks. Now I've shown you as I've bought it, I've told you the shops that I've bought it from, how much I've spent and what I've bought. But I haven't showed you the total for quite a while. I'm not sure if it was a 3-month mark I showed you. So I'm really excited to show you how much of the stuff we've got here. Now, I've got a few questions and comments that I'm going to read out along the way of showing you all this. And I know this series of videos has helped a lot of people because you've been telling me how it's inspired you to do your own prepping and to actually get started. So Kathy says, "Hello Tilly, thank you for carrying on for 24 weeks. This is after I finished at the 3-month stage. I didn't know whether to carry on, but I decided to carry on to the 6-month stage. I think it's really important. I was telling my friend the other day who is over 60 and unemployed, even £2 a week or as little as 50p can add up in 4, 5, 6 months. Next week's post will give us context." So that is now, that is this week. So I really do hope, Kathy, that this is going to help your friend really see how it can add up, and everybody else that hasn't started yet. It's really worthwhile starting. So mum of 5 sons. Wow. Well done to you. Hi Tilly, thank you for these videos. They have helped me focus on what I needed to prep, etc. Looking forward to seeing the great haul next week. Have a good weekend. Well, I'm excited to show you exactly what we've got here. So Dawny's Den number 10. I love that name, that's a brilliant name. Dawny says, do you use the items from your pantry and replace them, or do you keep it all for the harder times? I'm looking forward to next week. Now, I do use some of the items and then I replace it with the newer stuff. Now, sometimes if I'm short of something that I'm using throughout the week, I will dip into the prepping pantry because that's what it's there for. And I do rotate the stock. So I do use what we have, although I haven't used any of this out of the £5 Friday so far because I wanted to keep it all just as is. But now I will start using it. But as I use things, I replace them just so we can keep a good stock in. Now, Grant says, not sure how popular these videos are from a YouTube viewpoint. And I completely get that. Videos of buying food, buying groceries. I'm sure YouTube don't think they're the most interesting of videos. But I think they are great and have given me some great ideas, as have a lot of other people. It's strange, isn't it? It's just a simple concept, but it is helping people. So that is brilliant. So the question is, do you plan to carry on for the next 6 months and make a year's worth of food? Well, my thoughts are, I'm not going to carry on doing the £5 Friday or the £5 Friday videos. I am going to carry on prepping and buying extra food every week. But I don't need to worry about it adding up to £5 or working in with the videos. So from that point of view, it's going to make my life a lot easier. I can just grab a couple of things that I think I need, or I don't need to make sure I've got a whole mix of different things. So to give other people ideas. It's more for what I will need. So I will be carrying it on, but I won't be doing the videos. And Grant also says, really looking forward to seeing the haul. Question, have you kept a total cost of the haul? Yes, I have actually. And another question, I know that you write on the prices. Can you tell by that just how much items have gone up in the 6 months? I haven't done that. I don't know whether I get a chance to do that, but that's quite a big job really, because some of the things I can go online and check on the online prices, but things like places like Lidl's, who I've done a lot of shopping from Lidl's, I can't check their prices online. So I'd have to actually go into the shop, Lidl's and Aldi and Home Bargains and places like that. So, weeks, I've done a spreadsheet, which I'll put up on the screen for you. So, weeks 1 to 24, £118.29 is the total from the 24 weeks. And that is exactly 200 items. I didn't plan it like that, it just turned out that way. So Lidl's week 1, 8 items, Morrison's 14 items. Now that is the biggest amount, 14 items, which was Morrison's at week 2 and also Morrison's at week 14. So that's also coincidental that those were the two that gave me the biggest amount of items. And then next was Tesco at 12, Asda 12 items, Aldi 12 items. So some of these shops really did have quite a few items in them. For £5, you know, to get 14 or 12 items is pretty good, isn't it? So a couple of the stats is £118.29 divided by 200, which is the amount of items that I actually bought, is 59 pence. So an average of 59 pence per item. Now obviously some cost a lot less and some cost a lot more. The shops that I used was Lidl's, Morrison's, Home Bargains, Asda, Aldi, Sainsbury's and Tesco's. Now I wanted to do quite a broad range of shops because I didn't want to just do all my shopping, say in Lidl's or in Tesco's or in Asda, because I know not everybody has those shops. Now I mostly shop at Lidl's, but I wanted to go into other shops just for this £5 Friday so I could help show other people that had Home Bargains near them, for instance, what they could get then. So in Lidl's I did 9 shops. Morrison's I did 3 shops. Home Bargains I did 3 shops. Asda I did 3 shops. Aldi I did 3 shops. Sainsbury's 2 shops and Tesco 1. So obviously a total of 24 shops. So a few more of the stats that I've got written down here are the amount of items for like the mug shots. So the little pasta packets. I got 17 of those in total. That was the biggest amount of any one thing. Some of them was the brand mug shots and some of them was the Aldi brand. Pasta and sauce, 10. Got 10 of those. Tin tomatoes, I got 15. Tin potatoes, I got 15. Rice pudding, I got 15, coincidentally. Baked beans, guess how many? 11. not 15, 11. Mushy peas, 5. Now the tin tomatoes range from, for the same size tin over this 6 months, from 28p to 39p. So they started off at 28p and then as the prices went up. And then the most expensive was 39p. So an increase of 11p over that period. So I'm going to show you what I've got, but just a few points. My shopping is going to be completely different to yours, quite possibly. Now, I buy what we will use. I buy what I think is good for a prep and pantry, or for other people for their prep and pantry. Now, you might have something completely different, because I do get comments on these videos and people are saying things like why have you bought that? Why would you buy that? Why don't you buy this? I wouldn't buy that, I'd buy this. That's absolutely fine. We are all different. You are all entitled to buy whatever you want. It's your money, it's your food. So you go out and you buy what suits you. I buy what suits me, or what I think will suit other people, because 50% of this is going to food banks. Now, I've had a thought, I was been thinking about this, and I was talking to Neil about it, because 50% is going to food bank of some sort. Now, what I thought was, if there was somebody that was struggling to start off a prepping pantry or a store, they just can't manage to put anything away, then it might be a good idea to take half of this food and give it to one person, where it would really help. Because at the end of the day, that's only £2.50 a week, isn't it? There's an awful lot of food, and half of this would only cost £2.50 a week. So to give somebody that amount is not such a big deal as it would be if you had to go out and buy it all in one go. So I'm undecided really whether to take it to a food bank or whether to take it and give to one person, or possibly two people, and help them out in a bigger way. Anyway, that's kind of how we're thinking about it really. I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. Now, kids and grandkids, that's the username. I said, I think your next video will be quite impressive. Ooh, bit of pressure there. That's this video. With what you've managed to buy. You should start it off with a drum roll. So, drum roll. So there is all the stuff that we've bought over the last 24 weeks. There's loads of it. That's pretty impressive, don't you think? That's a lot of stuff. And look at all those tins. So we'll quickly run through everything we've got here. So we've got all the mug shots and the ones that are the Newgate ones, which is the Lidl's brand. But they're all pretty much the same. They're all good quality. And we have a total of 17 of those. Barbara says, my grandsons love the mac and cheese. I always keep some for them. This has been a brilliant exercise to show how much food you can get for quite a small amount of money. Now, I completely agree. It's just been so worthwhile. And these are the pasta and sauce. These are the ones I got in the week 24. So you probably remember these because they was only on last week's. So over the back here we have 3 boxes of green tea. Now they were 59 pence and they went up to 65 pence for a little while. But then they came back down to 59 pence again. So I've been stocking up on those. I've got 3 of them in the £5 Friday. I've got 2 packs of the toilet roll. So there's 9 in each pack and it's £2.29. Now this is really good value. This Floralise soft white toilet tissue. That's really good value. That's from Lidl's. So well worth getting some of those in. So we have so much stuff here. So much. We've got 3 tins of evaporated milk there. We've got all the tomatoes, 15 tins of tomatoes, and they range from 32p to 39p. We've got 15 tins of potatoes, from various ranges, from the Simply ones from Lidl's, the Hubbards, which is Sainsbury's, the Morrison's Savers, so all different. And now I think the Lidl's ones are the most expensive, and probably the same with the tomatoes as well. Yeah, 39p I can see there, the Simply ones, 39p. So watch the prices. All the rice puddings there, they're all 25p each. So there's a lot. I think there was 15 of those as well. And then the beans, the baked beans, the value baked beans are excellent. Now, they started off at 25p, they've gone to 27p, so some of them, so not bad price at all. They're still very good value. And then we've got mushy peas along here, 5 tins of those, 3 tins of sliced carrots, 2 tins of red kidney beans, and then 1 single lonely tin of garden peas. We've got chickpeas, 2 tins of chickpeas. We've got a tin of mushrooms there. The sweet corn, the 4-pack of sweet corn. Now this is a Lidl's one, which is my favourite. And these were £1.55. Well, just at the beginning of this, it must have been, because that's when they started going up. There was £1.35, because I've got some in the prepping pantry at £1.35. And they are now £1.85. They've actually changed the packaging as well. So now this outer packaging is just a clear plastic. So if you look for those, the outer packaging is just clear. A bigger tin of the Fresh Owner sweet corn there for 47p. We've got the coconut oil, which is excellent to have in the prepping pantry, £1.65. So along here we have some of the meats. So we've got the corned beef. We've got 5 tins of corned beef there, and I've just checked the prices online. This was £1.90 when I bought this, and it's now £2.15. That's the Asda one. The Newgate, which is the Lidl's, is £1.95, which I paid here, is now £2.10. We've got some gammon ham, a nice big peck gammon ham, which is nice ham this, and that's nearly £1 in weight. So about £1 in weight, 455 grams, and that's pretty good stuff, that peck ham. We've got sausage and beans, 59p. That's a Lidl's one. We've got chili con carne, the Newgate. Now this Newgate one, I only got one of those because this is actually dearer than most places. Like I said, the potatoes and the tomatoes up that end, the Lidl's are a bit more expensive. So do check on the prices. So the Newgate is £1.65, or it was when I bought this one. The Morrison's was 97p when I bought this, and that's the same price as the Just Essentials one as well. Now £1.20, the same as Just Essentials. They both went up at the same time, but still a lot cheaper than the Newgate. The stewed steak, which is pretty good stuff. Got it there in a pie, and it does make just a really, really good pie. Now £1.85 is what I paid. It's now £1.90. I just checked. The Hubbard's chicken curry, £1.49. We've got some meatballs there at 67p. We've got the chunky chicken in white sauce. I paid £1.25 as the Just Essentials, I've just checked, and that is now £1.60. So that's a big jump, isn't it? We've got 2 tins of tuna there at 55p a tin. We've got some cooked chicken breast at £2.5. So that's all our meat section. We've got a tin, or rather a jar of coffee, Avalon. This is the Lidl's coffee. It's really nice coffee, and it's only £2.49, which is not too bad. And that is 200 grams. Now here we've got all the pastas and the micro rice, the egg noodle. These spaghettis are brilliant value, 28p for 500 grams. The Simply Penne pasta, that's the Lidl's one. Really good basics to bulk up meals. Pearl barley and soup and broth mix. These are 69p for the soup and broth mix and 69p for the pearl barley, 79p for the soup and broth mix. These were from Home Bargains, and I use a lot of these in making soups. So really good to have in. The micro rices, they are really good. They're very good value. They're such good value, and they're quick and easy to do a meal. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those in different types. So really handy to have. The Idahoan Perfect Mash. This is a cheddar cheese flavoured. Now, I don't think it tastes of cheese. It smells of cheese, but it doesn't taste of cheese. But really nice. Now, a lot of places have it for sale at £1.69. That's supposed to be the full price of it. I would never pay £1.69. This mash was recommended to me, and I'm so pleased it was. And I will now recommend it to you because it's brilliant. It's so handy and it tastes so good. Now, there's the cheddar cheese, obviously, this one. There's the butter one, and there's the herb one. I don't think I've seen any other flavours. I think that's the only 3 that I've seen so far. That's the Morrison's Savers instant mashed potato. We paid 49p for that. Now it came down almost straight after I bought it at 49p. So they must have been on I don't know, whether they was doing a price promise thing. I don't know. But it came down to 28p, and it's still at 28p. However, we're not keen of this one, and we've tried mixing it in with using it as a thickener for soups and things like that. We just don't like the flavour. So that will be going to charity. We've got the long grain rice, 48p. Brilliant. Just test. This is a Tesco one, but you can pick these up at any of the supermarkets at a real good value. Really good to have in. We've got the Morrison's Savers porridge oats. 70p I paid, and I've just checked and it's now 84 pence. The granola, the Just Essentials, I paid £1.10 and it's now £1.56. So some of this stuff really has jumped up in price. Speaking of which, these soups. Now, I did do a video of these when they Asda. The prices shot up overnight. I mean, look at this. Vegetable soup, it was 24 pence and it shot up to 57 pence. That's a massive jump. I will leave the video when I was actually told about these price jumps. So I went on and had a look, and I was so surprised. And I recorded a video to show you what had gone up at that time and the big price rises. So I'll leave the link for that video if you want to go and check those big price rises out in the description below this video. 24p. and now 57p. And the chicken one was 24p and did a big jump right up to 45p in one go overnight. So that was really surprising. So just got to get these things where they are the really cheap prices when we still can. Now here we've got all the tinned fruits. Peaches, that's all peaches there, 34p a tin of peaches. The Morrison Savers and the Aldi Everyday Essentials ones. These are all in light syrup. You'll find that all these cheaper, the very cheap ones, are in light syrup rather than in juice. But it is what it is, really. These pineapple pieces in light syrup from Asda Just Essentials, I paid 49p, and they're now 71p. Pineapple pieces from Savers, 37p. The fresh owner ones, now these are a bit nicer. These are in juice. They're 99p. That is also a bigger tin, and they are nice ones. Now these mandarin pieces in light syrup, they're Just Essentials. I paid 50p. They're now 60p, but I don't actually like these. They are the bits, which I don't have a problem with them being bits. They are all broken up bits, which is fine by me. You break them up when you chew them anyway. But these have got lots of pips in and lots of the white pith in. So they're quite difficult to eat because of all the pips and all the bits of the white fleshy stuff. So I won't be buying any more of these. However, these mandarin segments in juice, the fresh owner from Lidl's, 69p, they are very nice. I've got the flour, self-raising flour. The one I had was from Tesco, but I swapped it out when I used it. So down here we've got some soup in a mug, just some powdered soup, just put in a mug, just for a quick cup of soup really. 39p a box for 4 servings. Corn flour, golden vegetable savoury rice, just 3 packets of rice, 2 packets of paracetamol, 39p each. The foil, 20 metres, I paid £1. I've just checked, it's now £1.20. These are the vegetable stock cubes, chicken stock cubes, and the beef ones. These are from Aldi. Lidl's have the equivalent, and they're all the same price. A lot cheaper than the big brands like Oxo, and really good. So I can highly recommend these. Just a little Bramwell's chicken casserole seasoning mix, 29p. The custard powder, the Morrison's one, we really like this, and it is a lot cheaper than the Bird's one. And it's just reminded me of a comment that I got from Tonnet. That is a nice haul. Please remind people that food costs more in other parts of the world and to take advantage of it while you can. I just saw Birds for £4.77. The cheapest beans we can find are 63p for the plain type. About £1 for the baked beans and potatoes. We cannot get tinned rice pudding. Damn it. That's a shame because I love the tinned rice pudding and it's so cheap. 25p for those tins of rice pudding. So we're really lucky that we can get things like this and so cheaply. So I thought I would read that comment because Tonnet does tell me all about the price differences in America, and we are so fortunate that we can still get really cheap, good value food, because the prices in America and in Canada and in other parts of the world are really high compared to what we pay here. So we are still really fortunate that we can get good value food. So what else we've got is we've got gravy granules. This is the Morrison's one, the Just Essentials one, Asda, 32p, both 32p. I just checked the price of this one, it's now 40p, so that's gone up. £1.09 for the bigger one there, that's for the Newgate, the Lidl's one. We've got the barbecue sauce. The Bat's range is excellent. So Bat's tomato sauce at 75p, and the barbecue at 99p. That's from Lidl's. Brilliant. I use a lot of the Bat's stuff. We've got a tomato and herb pasta sauce there, 39p. That's Lidl's. We've got tomato passata, 45p. This one is 49p, so that obviously went up a few pence as well, 4p. We've got the tomato puree there, that one's 43p, and that one is 45p. Lemon juice, Worcester sauce, this one is from Aldi, the Bramwells, 69p. This one is the Bats from Lidl, 69p. Curry powder, 79p. We've got Tikka curry paste, £1.19. We've got Bat's sweet pickle, 89p, the Lidl's one. Some parsley, which was only 44p, that's why I picked that up. And the vegetable oil from Aldi, £1.75. Now, vegetable oil is coming down a bit now. It was going up and up and up. It seems to have stopped going up, although the sunflower oil is more expensive than the vegetable oil. So I think that's everything that I've got to show you here. I think I've showed you everything there. So there's just a couple of things that I missed out, which is the Cadbury's hot chocolate, so the powdered, 99p for that. It's just a little one, and that is 175 grams. We've got the little tin of fresh owner mushrooms, sliced mushrooms in water, which were 65p. That's from Lidl's. And the last thing was this fresh owner coconut milk, 69p. This is the Lidl's one, and the reason I always get this one is because if you look at the ingredients, the coconut extract is 94%, and that's the highest that I've seen it. So look in here, the coconut extract, I always look at that number. So that is brilliant, because that will make up a nice meal with the chickpeas, the curry, and will go make a really nice curry. That's what I use the coconut milk for the most, is for my curries. So that is exactly 200 items. It's really strange how that turned out, isn't it? 200 exactly individual items. So things like the multi-packs. I don't think there's many multi-packs, but things like the multi-packs of the sweet corn there's 4 tins. I counted that as 1 because I bought it as 1. So 200 items and a total of £118.29. So as I said, I'm going to give 50% of this to charity. So take half of that away. I've still got a really nice sized store of food. So I've put £5 worth away a week. So if you're going to put, say, £2.50, you do half of it. That's still an awful lot of food, isn't it? That you can build up. I mean, even just one item a week, 1 tin or 1 packet, that's still 24 extra things that you wouldn't normally have had. So anything that you can put away will really, really help for your future. So Carrie says, Love £5 Friday. Thank you very much. Can't wait for the 6 months check-in. Hope it's been helpful for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Here are my questions to be answered on that video. I would like to know if anything has expired in the last 6 months. No, nothing has, because when I've bought stuff, I've made sure that I've bought stuff that's got a long date on it. So the pasta, for instance, the spaghetti here, it's January 2025. I tried to make sure everything had at least a year expiry date, so nothing would expire before a year end. So nothing has expired, and now I can start using the stuff and rotating it. Now I've done this video, and half of it will be going to charity to be used. No doubt it'll get used within a certain amount of time, a short space of time anyway. So nothing has expired. I purposely bought stuff that had a longer date on it, which is what I try to do with the prep and pantry stuff all the time. There are certain things that I get in, like nuts for instance, they don't have quite such a long date on them, so I do try and rotate those quickly. Are there any items you would never buy again? Yes, there are actually. I've no idea why I bought these. I think I just panicked and thought, I need stuff for £5 Friday. And I bought these, and it's a golden vegetable savoury rice. And it's from Aldi. I mean, they're only 28p. 28p, yes, 28p they were. And I bought 3 of them. But I prefer to buy these micro rices. I mean, you don't have to cook them in a microwave, you can cook them in a pan, but they only take a couple of minutes, 2 minutes in the microwave, and they're done. Now these take 20 minutes, so that's 20 minutes of boiling, so 14 minutes in the microwave, 20 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of energy to cook that rice, isn't it? I mean, you could soak it overnight and it'll take a bit less time to cook it. But that's a lot of energy to use to cook a little bit of rice. So I definitely wouldn't buy these again. And I really don't know why I bought them in the first place. I think I just panicked and thought, I've got to buy something. So, no, definitely wouldn't buy these. Waste of money, in my opinion. But they will get used. They will get used. I'll get those used up. I would buy potato, the dry potato, but not this one. I would buy the Idahoan one if I'm buying instant potato. Just personal taste, because I am the only person, Neil's the same actually, we are the only people that I've heard of that don't like this, because everybody else says it's really good stuff. We just don't like it. So I won't buy that particular brand of mashed potato again. I will buy the mashed potato, but just not that one. And I won't be buying these again. These are the mandarin pieces in light syrup. Didn't like them at all. So I won't be buying those again. But other than that, everything else, I would buy it again. I would say this was the only mistake. These weren't mistakes, we just bought them to try them because we hadn't tried them before. The same with these, bought to test, didn't work out for us. But they can go to charity, that's absolutely fine, they go to the food banks. I'm not sure about passing these on, because for the reasons I've given, I don't want other people to have to spend 20 minutes of energy cooking it. I mean, the cost of electric and everything has gone up, hasn't it? So to spend 20 minutes cooking one little pack of rice, I don't want to pass that on to somebody else really. So I'll probably use these ourselves, but just not buy more. So great questions. Thank you very much, Carrie, for that. Now she says, Carrie says, did you find it easy or hard to find items or to be able to put them together for a meal? I find now to do the videos is a little bit harder because I had to get stuff that would work for you guys. So I could put a little bundle of things to make it more interesting. Now, if I was buying it just for us to use, I'd find it a lot easier. I didn't have any problem putting stuff together to make meals out of. There's a lot of things that will make meals here. You just reminded me to mention this, that Dave Birch said. Now, a loaf tin of corned beef sliced in the bottom. Over the top of that, a tin of beans, empty over the top. And over the top of that, some mash. Some mashed potato. You can do your own mashed potato, or you can use the Idahoan or whatever you prefer. Over the top of that. Cook in the oven 25 minutes. Oh, I like to put a bit of cheese over the top as well. Really nice. Cook in the oven for about 25 minutes. Serve with mash and gravy. Honestly, it's so nice. It is so tasty. I have thanked Dave so many times, but I will say it again. Thank you, Dave. That is so nice. We love it, and we've passed it on to so many people now. So that's now one of our favourites. So that's one meal that you can make out of stuff like this, really. It's quite simple to, when you've got a big mix of food like this, to put meals together. Like all the tomato based products, we've got the pasta. So pasta, tomato. We've got the tins of chickpeas. You can make a curry with tins of potato. We've got veg, all sorts of things that really has a good mix, so you can make a lot of different meals. So I've never had a problem making meals out of what we've got. My husband always says, I'm good at making something out of nothing. I think it's a compliment, but I'm not sure. So Carrie also says, will you be doing this challenge over again? I think it's totally worth it. But for you, with your gardening and preserving background, you seem pretty savvy. Well, thank you very much. Do you think the challenge is worth doing? You are truly inspiring, and I hope to do this same challenge soon. Thank you. Well, Carrie, I really would recommend everybody do this challenge because it is so worthwhile. As I've already mentioned, I'm not going to be carrying on for the videos. I'm not going to carry on for another 6 months, or, you know, it would be easy to do it, but really, this is just the basics of starting a prepping pantry on a budget. And it's so much easier for me to just grab a couple of items a week, really, rather than try and put a £5 package together. So I would highly recommend everybody starts a prepping pantry, even if it's a really small one. Now, my grandparents and a lot of our grandparents had a prepping pantry, although they didn't call it a prepping pantry, they just called it a pantry. Here in the UK, we just call them a pantry of food. My grandparents and my parents, well, my mother had a fully stocked pantry of basic foods. And I will admit, we used to laugh at her and say, what are you doing with all that food? Why have you got all that food in it? And now, I take after my mother. Because now, I'm doing exactly the same, but bigger than she did. Because food is easy to get hold of, isn't it, really, for us? Back in the day, it wasn't so easy. There were a lot of shortages, and we are so lucky. So, I have now got a nice prepping pantry. Now it's not like these great big rooms with tons of stuff in it that would last for years and years and years. No, but it makes me feel so much better to know that I've got supplies and I can not only help myself, my immediate family, but my extended family and those around me if the need arises. But my family, my sisters, are now laughing at me the way we was laughing at our mother. They're now laughing at me and thinking I've lost the plot. But that's okay. I hope they never need to use this food. I hope so. Because I hope there's always a plentiful supply and things don't go wrong. But if they need it, then it's here for them. And I'm happy to be the brunt of the joke. I don't mind that. So I would recommend everybody starts a prepping pantry, even if it's only a very, very small one. Just a little box of extra supplies or a drawer under the bed or whatever you can manage. Really, really, really would recommend that everybody starts a prepping pantry. So I've got a couple of more questions from Butterfly J. Hi Tilly, do you have any tips on how to stay on top of use by dates? And a similar question from Steve. My question is how to manage the stockpile. Do you organise it by when it's best before is? Best before is only a guide, but some things years past they don't taste good, which is he's perfectly correct. A lot of things will last a long time over their best before date, but some things don't. So you do have to keep on top of it. And when I put this on my prepping shelves now, everything will have the date on it. So I write the date on the tin, on the front of the can. So the use by date is on the front in black marker pen so I can easily see it, and it's always rotated. The shorter dates are brought to the front, so I really do keep my eye on the dates as much as possible. And I use the stuff in the prepping pantry, and then as I use it I replace it and the new stuff goes to the back. It does take some work to keep on top of the dates, so you haven't got stuff stuck at the back that's run out of the date's long gone and the food is no good. It does take a lot of work. You've also got to keep an eye on that the packets are not split open and everything is still nicely sealed. So that's how I keep track of my dates on in the prepping pantry. Now I have got a video of where I'm setting up my prepping pantry. I'll leave that in the description below so you can check that out, because I do show my dating system on there. So I think that's everything covered. So that now brings this £5 Friday to a conclusion. So I do hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, because I really have enjoyed doing this series of videos. I've now got to sort all this lot out. I've now got to sort all this lot out with the help of Neil. Hopefully he's just through there watching telly, so I think he'll come and help me. So I've got to sort this out. Do please let me know how you're getting on with your prepping pantry, and if this has helped you at all. Do stay safe, do keep prepping. My love to you all. Thank you for watching all these videos. I know it's gone on a bit and I've gone on a bit, but thank you for sticking with it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.